Shrinking fat cells. Let's talk about it. It's springtime, beautiful, sexy, gorgeous, and it's time to get ripped. Now, the way we're going to do this is you're going to have to dehydrate those fat cells. A lot of people think, oh, I got to burn fat, but did you know that that's like actually really incorrect? Fat cells actually grow and multiply, but they can never be eliminated. I take that back. They can be eliminated, but you have to go through, you have to like freeze them, or there's some type of machine out there now that burns fat. And what it does, it has those fat cells go through your liver. And when you regain weight because you didn't know how to shrink those fat cells, all of a sudden, like different parts of your body start to grow more fat and it's like not evenly proportioned. Yeah, that's a whole another topic, but that's what happens with that. So the way to shrink these fat cells is you have to dehydrate them. The way you dehydrate them is by utilizing all of your energy correctly. Let's go back to why we even have fat cells, right? We have fat cells to, first of all, primarily protect the organs in your body, like your heart, your stomach, your liver, your lungs, all kinds of things. And back in the day when we were like cavemen and stuff, it was healthy to have fat because we needed it to survive and stay warm. It was a layer of protection. Nowadays, we are consuming a little bit too much of anything, food, and we're not burning it quickly enough. That, and it's a combination of lifestyle and environment. A lot of us now have super stressful jobs, cortisol levels go up. It's literally a survival mechanism. Your body loves you so much, and when you have fat or excess fat, it's literally your body trying to protect you. Now, the science behind this is we have to shrink those fat cells. Now, what I learned through my bodybuilding days of being self coached and taught and trained is you literally have to eat enough just to fuel your workouts. Okay, this is where the science and math comes in. You eat enough to fuel your workouts, and you got to do your pre-workout meal, post-workout meal, and then your snacks and meals in between the days, but literally just enough that your body needs. Most of us overeat, overconsume, or we do the opposite. We undereat and we underconsume. And when you do either or, you overeat or undereat, you're going to gain fat cells. Now the thing is that when we gain more fat cells, you can never lose them. You can only shrink them. So, like that fat, saggy skin and stuff, a lot of that is just because those fat cells didn't shrink. Yes, there are some cases where there was extreme weight gain and then it did overly stretch your body. But there's also a time where you're not giving your body enough time to fully shrink and utilize those fat cells. I am telling you from experience, when I was competing in natural bodybuilding, there was about 3 weeks where I saw a little bit of saggy skin on my tummy and I was mortified. But I just told myself, I was like, just trust the process, keep going. Again, I didn't have a coach. All I knew is my knowledge to keep going for myself. Again, I didn't have a coach. I didn't have anyone to hold me accountable except for myself. Quite frankly, I did that on purpose. I wanted to rely on no one but myself, and I could not blame anybody else for my results. So the belief in my own self of what I was doing was correct was so strong. I knew I had to keep going and just trust that I knew what I was doing. Those 3 weeks were really, really tough and just very humbling. But next thing you know, after those 3 weeks, I tightened up. Saggy skin was gone. And that's when I discovered that literally your fat cells need to shrink completely. And how they shrink completely is because your body needs that last bit of fat for energy. I was eating only enough to fuel my workouts and to just like live, right? So now my body had to eat fat cells, or not eat fat cells, but I had to consume and dehydrate these fat cells, getting as much energy possible to keep me going. So that's what I experienced on my own. Fat cells are shrinkable, but they just naturally, you cannot eliminate them. Now, the other thing about fat cells is you can rehydrate them pretty easily. Have you heard of like people that do carb high diets, or bodybuilders, or people that are super into fitness? They have carb load days. Carb load means carbs, first of all, mean energy. Did you know that? Yeah, so they're eating more energy and we're rehydrating these fat cells. Get what I'm saying? Carbs can put on water weight because we're rehydrating these fat cells. So if you want them to shrink, you need to dehydrate them. Again, summer is here. A lot of us want to tighten and tone. And quite frankly, there's just no other way about it. If you want to shrink those fat cells, you have to eat less and work out more, at least for the average person. Now, when we're thinking of fat cells, the mentality behind it, just remember that your body genuinely loves you so, 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 so much. It's there for a survival mechanism. Your body does whatever it can to keep you alive. Seriously, our bodies are so wonderful and magical. And that's why I have created programs to combat all of this. If you want more answers, you know where to find me. My calendar is below, so you can book a one-on-one with me. We can explore what the best route for you would be. Nonetheless, I get the results in 3 months, 90 days. When I was bodybuilding, same thing. Same thing. I know a lot of competitors will start cutting and dieting 7 months out, at least 7 months out. Not I. I do it in 3 months. Go big or go home and just get it done. A lot of what I learned from my bodybuilding background and from what I've been training clients with is pretty much the same thing. It's intense, but it works. And all you need is 90 days, nothing more. The other thing with fat cells is it's just energy, okay? If you're very sedentary, you can't be upset that you're not losing weight. Like it's simple. Nowadays, if you sit at a desk, just get a walking pad. I have a walking pad. Do some little leg movements while you're sitting at your desk, arm circle movements. I do that. You can't make up excuses. You get 2 15-minute breaks in a 8-hour day. Walk laps around the office. Go outside, take a walk on your lunch break, whether it be 30 minutes or an hour. If there's a gym nearby, do that. So that's literally the key. You have to be more active than the amount of food that you consume. Yeah, I think I'm getting my point right. Thank you so much for joining this podcast. Until next time, be healthy, feel sexy. Mwah.